Hello, welcome back to part 2 of going over chapters 1 and 2 practice problems. So here we're going to be looking at table 12. So looking at table 12, we're going to answer the questions below. Questions below, we're going to be naming the following in reference to their status as a variable, observation, or value. So once again, here is data that we've collected, now we put into a table form. And now we're trying to describe this table form based on a variable, observation, or value on what they're asking. So first up is a column. So when we look at a column, columns are going to be right here. The columns are always going to be looking down, like a Roman column if you want to think of it that way. And columns are always going to be the variable, right? This is going to be a variable, and it's a variable because these columns are the questions that they're asking. So they're asking about a person's BMI, about their hypertension, their diabetes, smoking, education, alcohol. They're asking all the things. And here we have the row. So here we have patients. This is describing the patient, right? Patient, what's your name? Well, this person's name is A. It could be Bob for all we know, but patient put it down as A. And A in this row, so when we go to row 5, here we have row 5, which is E. Row 5 is going to be the observation. So that's that person and their answers to the question. Finish writing this out. So if you look at it, we go to row E. So person E, this row is all person E. This is what they're talking about. So person E is answering these variables, and how they answer them is in these cells located here. So the observation is the person who's filling out the survey. The variable are the questions being asked, which are in the columns here. And then if we go, and we have a very specific, so if we go to column 3, row 4, so here we could go column 3, say this column 1, 2, 3, go to column 3, row 4, or row 4, my mistake, would be a yes, right? But anytime we're going to column in a row, we're trying to see what that person answered to a question, and that's always going to be a value. So when we're looking at this in relationship, the observation is going to be the person, column is going to be the variable or the questions being asked, and then how the answer is going to be the value of that. So column 9, row 2 is once again going to be a value. Now for this semester, I have added this measurement conversions to help throughout the semester. We'll be tackling these to help with the math exam coming up once you get into nursing school. So I have these here to just practice with, and then they'll be introduced throughout the entire semester a little bit more. So I'm going to go through these a little relatively quickly because it's just converting some of the information you should already kind of know. And if you follow the conversion table from up top, most of these will be pretty straightforward. The one I really want to get to is calculating BMI for everybody. So when you go from milligrams to grams, 100 milligrams is going to be 0.1 or 0.1 grams. 1 fluid ounce is going to be 30 milliliters. Some of this stuff, 100%, you should just memorize and always know. 1 fluid ounce is always going to be 30 milliliters. 1 liter is always going to be 1,000 milliliters. Some of, like I said, this stuff you should just know off the top of your head. It's also great if you're ever in the kitchen and you have a recipe in front of you and you want to be able to convert really quickly. This helps me a lot for that. We go from grams to milligrams, where you'd be this is going to be 1.5. 1 kilogram to pounds is going to be 2.2 inches to centimeters. So this is the one where we're kind of getting into a little bit more math. So when we go from inches to centimeters, we're going to take how many inches we have and times it by how many centimeters are in 1 inch. So 1 inch is equal to 2.54 centimeters. So 12 inches times 2.54 centimeters will give us 30.48 centimeters. Milliliters to fluid ounces, 60 inches to meters. So once again, we're going to be converting 60 inches into centimeters, which is going to be multiplied by 2.54, and that's going to give us a value of 152.4. And now we're going to go from our centimeters, and we need to go to meters. And so we're going to be dividing by 100, and when we divide by 100, we're going to get 1.52. Now you can add 4 here. I'm going to keep everything there. If you just wanted to say 1.52, I would be okay with that. How we're looking at this is when we're converting, if we're going from centimeters, we're going 2 decimals deep. So we want to at least include 2 decimals. If we keep with the current format and rules that we're going to. If you can go on one more deep to be more accurate, it's going to be okay. So once again, we're now going to convert pounds to kilograms. And if we go from pounds to kilograms, we're going to take 125 pounds. And when we go from kilograms to pounds, we're going to be multiplying by 2.2. So when we go in reverse, we're going to be dividing by 2.2. And that's going to equal 56.82. Now, when we go to BMI, BMI is the one we want to discuss in more detail. So BMI is equal to the kilograms of an individual divided by meters squared. If you look up here, we have body mass index, BMI, and its equation. So we're going to find the kilograms of someone divided by their meters squared. So when we go down here, we have a BMI for a person who is 5 feet 5 inches and 145 pounds. So here we have feet and inches and pounds, and we got to convert that to kilograms and meters. So we're going to start with the height first. So we know 5 feet, we got to convert that into inches. 12 inches are in a foot, so you can equal to 60. And then we have 5 more inches shown there. So this person is 65 inches tall. We're going to multiply that by 2.54 centimeters per inch, and we're going to get a value of 165.1. Centimeters, we need to convert centimeters to meters, so we're going to divide by 100. And when we do that, we're going to get 1.651, and that is now our meters. So if we have BMI, and we need to divide this out, first thing we have here is meters. So 1.651 squared is going to be our meters squared. That's what we have to do. Now we're going to go and calculate our pounds. Here we have 145 pounds. When we divide into pounds, we're going to divide by 2.2 to get to kilograms, and that's going to equal 65 point, and this is going to be 9090 repeating all the way around, so we're just going to go 65.90. Because remember, we don't round while we do this. If you want to be more precise, we can still do 65.909. We're going to get relatively the same answer. So now we have our kilograms and our meters squared. So we're going to follow the please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, our orders of operation here, and when we square 1.651, we're going to get a value of 2.7258. That would be our meters squared, and then our kilograms are still 65.909. When we divide this out now, we're going to get our BMI, and our BMI is going to equal to 24.18. So what's the BMI for this individual? 24.18. If you want, you can go and look and see how BMI is then laid out. Higher BMI is normally considered to be, depending on how high it is, you can be extremely obese and moving down obese, overweight, normal, underweight, and there's a range that you can look up online. Once again, we're just more or less learning how to calculate and convert things to be prepared for the math exam that comes up in the first year of nursing. So there we go. Once again, these will be throughout the semester to help get you comfortable and accustomed to conversions. So that way when you take the exam, you'll be well prepared. I'll see you all in the next video.